All right, couple rumors.
Rumors are flying.
First off, this is a fun one. There are rumors that you may, after you leave CNN, go on Dancing with the Stars and dance.
They asked me to go on 4 years ago, and I thought about it for a while, and then, having interviewed all the people who go on and listened to what they go through, the daily rehearsals, 8 hours a day, hey, no. I'm not going to do that. I think Buzz Aldrin made a mistake, doing. I just think it's embarrassing. I'm not a dancer, but my wife, I think she could be on next year. I think.
Did they ask her?
I think they will.
You do.
Well, I'm telling them now. Ask her.
And Dr. Laura recently was on your show. Yeah. She quit her radio show and went on your show to talk about it. Any chance you'll take over her time period on the radio?
Well, with this advice thing, I could do that, couldn't I? I got the name of it.
Go on.
Produced by Ryan Seacrest with additional music by Sid Young, Cal Fussman, and Kurt Rappaport. I would do Larry King Helps You Do Your Thing. I would give advice.
Larry King Helps You Do Your Thing. That's right. Don't say any more because we don't want anyone to steal the ideas.
I could do right in Laura's slot. I do advice. Right, so instead, not only when I get my psychic things, I do those. When I do dreams, but I also, people call in with problems, I help them.
I think
because I've had every known problem in the history of the world.
You could definitely give relationship advice.
That's, well, how about Oprah? You ever watch Oprah?
Yeah.
Everybody who's had a problem, Oprah's had the problem.
Yeah.
I had severe headaches. I had headaches when I was a kid. I could top your headache. He has to top you.
Well, I do honestly think, and we haven't had time this trip, but you will come back. I do honestly think that for one block of the show at one point, we should just take relationship issue calls because you and who's better to give relationship advice than you and me? On a more serious note, people obviously know that you're leaving CNN after 25 years of doing Larry King Live on the air. Yeah. What are your real feelings about leaving the show and leaving what you've done every day of your life?
They're mixed. Colin Powell told me that it was a great thing he told me. He says that in the New York City subway system, when the train gets to the last stop, it turns around again and it goes through all the stops. And he said a brigadier general told him in Vietnam, Colin, when you get to the last stop, get off. It's time to get off. It was time to get off. But the mixed feelings are there are going to be nights when I'm going to really miss it. But I'm going to do 4 specials a year. I'm going to do all. I'm open to do other things. It's a non-restrictive, so I can do a lot of things. I'm listening to people, talking to people. I certainly couldn't leave. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad I'm still associated with CNN. I've been with them a long time.
Have they made it official who's going to replace you?
They haven't. There are all these stories about Piers Morgan, but nothing's been official. But he said the other day he's close to signing. I saw that in the paper. But I haven't been told.
Whether it's Piers or someone else, will you watch?
Yeah, sure I'll watch. Why not? And I'll hope they do well. I'm part of CNN. I don't want CNN to do badly. People think, well, what? We hope the replacement does badly. No, it's going to be tough. The reason is not because it's Larry King. Anything that's been in place 25 years. Yeah. When you hang it up here, whoever comes in to sit by the Bing microphone, whoever comes in to sit at that microphone is going to have a tough time, unless he or she is really famous and well-known. Like Vin Scully, the Dodger announcer. Mm-hmm. He's going to stay next year. But who would replace him the year after? He can only do John Miller or Bob Costas, so that you can understand they're both. Right. So it's going to be hard for whoever does it. But I want him to. I want CNN to thrive.
What's your dream gig after you leave CNN?
My dream gig. I'd like to do a couple things. I'd like to do a show with Sean because we're funny together. I'd like to do. Well, there have been so many rumors about you and me. I wouldn't mind that at all. I love radio because look at this. This is a joke. I mean, they pay you for this. You sit around. People standing around and no one cares. No one cares. And you can get away with a lot of things on radio. You don't have to dress up.
Although I do.
Although Ryan Seacrest is the only man who puts on makeup for radio. I saw the makeup man putting makeup on for you. I thought that was.
You're confusing powder for makeup, okay? That was just a little anti-shine.
And how about trimming your hair? Who was doing your hair?
The guy that does my powder.
Well, I want to tell you, back in Miami, we didn't have this. You know, when I went into the radio station, I didn't have a hairstylist. You know what I mean?
I've seen Birdcage.
Oh.
Here's the final question. Larry King, my dear friend, my mentor, my idol, as you know, for years, but more importantly, best friend. What will you do the first day when you're not getting up the same routine, in the same grind, getting ready to do Larry King Live?
Cry.
Larry King, everybody.